जगदम्बे मात की जय, हरखंडे श्री मात की जय, महामाया की जय, महाशक्ति की जय, श्री दुर्गा मैया की जय। सर्वमंगलमंगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टिस्थिति विनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणी नमोस्तुते। शरणागतिनार्थपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्थे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। काली काली माँ काली कालिके पापहारिणी धर्म काम प्रदे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। काली काली माँ काली कालिके पापहारिणी सर्वविघ्नहरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वदा नमोस्तुते। जये त्वं देवी चामुण्डे जये भूतार्तिहारिणी जये सर्वगते देवी कालरात्रि नमोस्तुते। जगदम्बे मात की जय, श्री सिद्धेश्वरी मैया आरती की जय, सिद्धेश्वर भगवान की जय। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं बुद्धिकेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि। आरति सद्गुरुदेवदया।
So what would you think if you could actually meet a Maha Avatar? A Maha Avatar is a being that actually is not born of a woman. This being materializes his or her body directly from the source. Now I know that's hard to believe, but we do have an example in the Bible of Melchizedek in Hebrews. It says Melchizedek has no father, no mother, no beginning, and no end. So he just appeared. And this is what Babaji has done. Babaji just appeared in 1970. And I had the big privilege of meeting him. And now the good news is he is back on the planet. So I'd like to tell you about Babaji. And I think you're going to be really excited because he is the highest person, being, saint, whatever you want to call him, master that I've ever met in my life. And he changed my life totally. For me, there's only before Babaji or after Babaji. And I became a totally different person by letting him into my life. In 1922, he had a forum called Old Herakhan Baba. And he was very famous because he could levitate and he could sit in fires and never get burned, and he could fly. And this is recorded in one small book. Well, then he dematerialized that body, which means he turned to light in around 1922, sometime there. Between 1922 and 1970, he wasn't in any one place, but he would appear to certain devotees. And he actually appeared to this 5-year-old boy. Now imagine if you were in your room and a being just appeared in front of you without walking through the door. You would be pretty shocked, I think, and you would remember that. And what if this being materialized candy for you out of thin air? So that's what happened. And this little boy couldn't stop thinking about it. All his life, he decided he wanted to find out who that was and find that being again. So his name was Mahendra. Well, when he was old enough to go out of the house. He started walking all over India, looking and looking and looking for that same meeting. But he couldn't find him for years. And then he got so fed up, he went back into his house and he said, I am not coming out until you appear to me again. And he just stayed there and waited. And then Babaji came because of Mahendra's great faith and appeared to him again. So Babaji said to Mahendra, what is it that you want? And Mahendra said, I want you to come back for the sake of humanity. We need you here. So Babaji said, okay, you repair all the temples that I had for the next 25 years. So Mahendra actually did that. All right, meanwhile, there was a saint named Shastriji, and his brother told him there was a new guru that had appeared in the Himalayas and he should come with him to find him. And he was actually a student or devotee of Mahendra, who I mentioned, who happened to become a great saint as a result of all this. So Shastriji was with Mahendra, his teacher, and his teacher said, if you ever meet a guru who knows this particular mantra, he is the real Babaji. Nobody else knows it now except you and myself and Babaji. So Shastriji's brother said, hey, there's a new young guru that's appeared in the Himalayas and we have to go see him. So Shastriji stood in line 4 hours and he got up to this guru, and this young guru leaned over and whispered that very mantra to him. So he turned around and he said, this is the real Babaji, he announced to everyone. And so that was the beginning how it all started. That was around 1970. And Babaji had materialized his body in a cave in a place called Herakhan. And this was actually witnessed by some Indian people who saw a ball of light appear. Then what happened is Babaji climbed the top of this big mountain, Mount Kailash, and he sat up there for 45 days and 45 nights without eating, without drinking, without sleeping, and he kept his eyes closed and he was just like this. Because if he opened his eyes, then people would just pass out. They couldn't handle the energy. So I actually met people who were there at that time, and they said they would have constant visions. They would see their past lives, they would see their future, and it was really intense.